Now we are going to implement the same functionality with the useEffect. Let's rename it the component to users list. Let's create another component. I'm going to create a new folder, components. Let's create another users effect. You can say that. No, I'm going to keep it to simple. Let's say I'm going to create a new users. This time I will have a function users. Now I don't need to use the class because I'm gonna use a hooks. Let's define the user state by using the use state. Make sure you import the React. So it is going to take the array. The first argument are the users and the second argument is to update the users. Now I'm gonna create a new useEffect function. It is going to call when the component is mounted successfully. Here I can fetch the users useEffect, you can say that. Let's try to check it out what will happen. I don't need a render function. It is going to return. I'm going to return a simple div here, users dot length. Let's see what will happen. No such a file user. I forgot to update that. Now we have to use that component. Or I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna place the users, which is our functional component. So I'm gonna render that functional component. Users are 0. Render is defined, set users is not. Where do I define render function? I don't need to use that render. So useEffect, it is working now. So when you want to run useEffect only once, you can provide the empty array. I'll talk more about the dependencies. It is going to run only the first time. So that will behave like a component did mount. It will behave like a component did mount work, or you can say that work like a component did mount method. So I'm gonna copy the same code from this one and I'm gonna paste it here. Now this time we have to provide the set users. It's not an object, so I can add the users here. So you can see the length of the users is 10. You can also log the stringify json.stringify. I'm gonna log all the users in the string format. Boom. These are all the users. I'll talk more about these dependencies. If you want to run only the once, if component has mounted successfully, then if you want to run this logic only once, we only need this logic once when the component is mounted. So then you can use this empty array here. You can say that, let's say if I will have another property in use state, let's say I have another state property. set count, use state. Here you can say that only update if the value of the count has changed, but I'll talk in the next videos how it is working now. This is how you will send the API request with useEffect.